When you think of Penticton, you probably reminisce about a city between two lakes, in the middle of wine country. Beautiful beaches, water sports, outdoor adventure, with world-class rock climbing and cycling. A true Four Seasons paradise. Plus renowned for being the host community for so many festivals and events. Yet you undoubtedly will also reminisce about its rich hockey history. From the 1955 World Champion Vees, the Okanagan Hockey School being the longest continuously running hockey school in the world, the BC Hockey Hall of Fame, and having one of this country's most storied junior hockey franchises. In this series, we will look at Penticton Vees past, present, and into the future, and go behind the scenes as the current BCHL champions fight to defend their title.
This one's for you, Penticton. The Vees are 2022 Fred Page Cup champions!
On the road, and in the locker room, what billet life is like, game day production and broadcast, the BCHL All-Star Game festivities, and of course, the playoffs. This and much, much more. Veesnation, making hockey history. Today, we will look at the BCHL Prospect Game and All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, participating in the BCHL Top Prospect Game as a guest coach, it was neat just to be able to be on the bench with Fred Harbinson, and you know, obviously we know how successful the Vees have been, and then just to be able to be around the players, the young players there that were, you could tell they were a little bit nervous knowing all the scouts that were in the stands, and you know, I guess one thing that stuck out was just how big the players are now. Thought they were big when I played, but it seems like kids just keep getting bigger and bigger, and the talent level was amazing to see, and I think the kids had a great time, and yeah, just a cool experience for myself and my son.
Being a player in Prospect Game is really fun. I think just playing with all the other players around the league, all the good players, all the young players, I think it was a good experience, and I honestly just playing in it with, I got the chance to play with my line mates that I usually play with my brother, so it was really fun and a great first experience. Yeah, it was really fun. I mean, he had a really nice career himself, but he was mostly just coaching the defensemen, so he didn't really get to talk to me on the bench. He kind of talked to me after the game in the room, and but it was really fun just having a guy like him with a lot of experience coaching us.
You know, it's always fun, just a little break, and you know, meeting with the new guys, playing with the guys you haven't played before, and yeah, it's always fun. I think just that, you know, we had 6 or 7 guys from our team there, and you know, it's pretty cool, I think, for us, for the organization. Yeah, and I think just you know, being at the Top Prospects Game and going through that in your draft year, I think it's always special.
Yeah, it was cool to be able to do that with the other guys on the team as well. I think it was a good experience. Obviously, having Duncan Keith on the bench was pretty cool as well, so I kind of soaked that in a little bit. And yeah, it was just a good experience overall. Yeah, I mean, obviously just his presence there was noticeable, and I think it's just pretty cool to see a guy that's come through this program, and what he's done is, I mean, not many people have done it in their life, so just being around a guy like that, I mean, you can always soak something up from him and learn from him. So it was pretty cool to be able to meet him and sit on the bench with him. Yeah, it was definitely a little different, but I mean, they were all pretty good guys. Met some new people, so that was pretty cool. But obviously, still, just they're kind of our enemies now. So we just play as hard as we can against them each and every night. But no, it was definitely cool to meet some other guys from other places and just to get to know them. It's definitely an honor. I mean, obviously not everyone gets to do it, so I definitely took some pride in it, and it was something I was trying to kind of get to do this year. But obviously, I mean, the end goal is to win a championship here, so that's kind of my main focus. It always has been. But that was definitely cool to do along the way.
Yeah, it was great. Just off the ice, meeting new guys and just talking to them, getting to know them was fun. And even on the ice, just playing with more skilled guys, bigger guys, faster guys, and just proving to the scout what I can do, even if the pace is better, that I can still dominate, was fun.
That was just lots of fun playing on the Top Prospects game. Everybody's so skilled, and it was just a lot of fun to go out there and play, see what the league has to offer, and obviously it was a great game for the fans too. It's pretty special. I mean, obviously he chose to come back, and he chose to come back to Penticton specifically, and I think that speaks volumes to his time here and how he values this organization. And it was just a really cool experience for everybody to meet him. For me, it means a lot. Obviously, a little bit of an up and down year, but getting identified as a top prospect was really important, and I just went out there and had fun. So that was really fun. Usually you see them, you go head to head with them, and you're going against each other aggressively. But now you get to see the skill that they can showcase against the other players, and it's really fun. I think for the league, it's to showcase that we do develop well. Obviously, we're not the WHL, but we still have a lot of top prospects that can come out of this league and go play at great NCAA programs and achieve good NHL careers. And obviously for the players, every player wants to be an All-Star, every player wants to be a top prospect, so to get nominated to one of those teams, it kind of holds like a special place in your heart.
It's a great honor. I mean, got to meet a lot of players from around the league, see what they're like not only on the ice, but also off the ice. It means a lot, but at the same time, there's other players out there that didn't get invited, and I just keep that in mind when I played out there on the Prospects game.
For me, it was special to be able to be part of the BCHL All-Star Weekend on the broadcast side. I've never actually broadcasted and been part of any All-Star event in any league at any level, so that was something, a bit of a feather in my cap for me personally, to be a broadcaster for that Prospects game at the SOEC when Team East versus Team West. And it's special to be, in my town of Penticton in front of our fans and in our broadcast booth, and to do it with some great BCHL colleagues as well that I call friends and colleagues. And that's something I think I'll cherish for a long time, to see really good hockey at a high level in the building I work at every day. And being able to say I'm a BCHL All-Star broadcaster for at least one day was something that I will always relish. And I think for the league itself, it's such a feather in the cap, a banner moment to have such a star-studded, high-end event for a junior league. It felt like a professional All-Star weekend, from the Friday Prospects game at the SOEC with all the dignitaries there and NHL scouts and NCAA scouts. There was over 80 scouts in the building watching that hockey game, to Saturday with the cinematic backdrop of the downtown outdoor rink with Okanagan Lake and the snow-capped mountains in the background, and the snow coming down in the afternoon during the skills competition and the 3-on-3 tournament. It felt like one of those NHL outdoor events, and I was a spectator for that, and I thought it was a special moment. And I don't think you can get any better marketing for the BCHL than the event they had in Penticton back in in January for that event. It was spectacular. The scenes were breathtaking, and it was a picturesque venue for what was a special weekend.
Number 27, Scott Niedermeyer.
Yeah, you know, it was a great weekend. I participated in sort of the alumni and friends game, and it was in a new outdoor rink they have here in Penticton, which was a lot of fun. It's about the right size for an old guy. You know, it's about half the length, so you don't have to work quite as hard or be in as good a shape to get from one end to the other, but it was a lot of fun. A little different for the players to be able to, you know, kind of play a little bit outside as well, and the prospects game and just all the events they had going on during the weekend. So from my perspective, it was fun, and I hope everybody enjoyed it, and the players as well.
Oh, it was an unbelievable experience. I think it started snowing a bit after we started, but just a nice rink, and there was great players around the league also, and just to get out there and have fun, it was really nice. Yeah, I did not expect to have the harder slap shot. I think coming in, I saw I was the smallest player, so I didn't really expect to have the harder slap shot, and then we took one shot each, and I was kind of hanging in there, and then after the second shot, I tied, and third shot, and then went in overtime. But if I'm being honest, I did not expect to win that competition at all. Yeah, I think it was kind of similar but different because, you know, it's just players around the league. Mostly just more fun than prospect game. I think prospect game there was scouts, and that was just really to get out and play and have fun. But yeah, like it was just a great time with other players here in our division to get to play with them and see all the good talents, and really just knowing that it was for fun. Really, everyone wanted to kind of show what they got and like show their skills. So it was unbelievable first experience for me being in the All-Star game.
Yeah, being able to play in the prospect game and All-Star game was, I was really honored to be part of both of these games. Really showed how hard I worked, and it paid off at the end. The outdoor rink was great. I grew up playing on one a lot. My dad built one, so it reminded me of home a lot, and just being part of the skill competition. I was part of the accuracy shooting. It was fun. I ended up winning it. My fingers were frozen the whole time, but it was really fun. We weren't actually trying. We were just having a lot of fun with the other guys. We didn't end up winning it, but we had a lot of fun. I played with my brother too, and that was fun.
You know, I think it's just sort of a celebration of the game more than anything. You know, I know people, you know, say all-star games don't have the same feeling of a playoff game, and I agree 100%. But they're not designed to be a playoff game. It's a, you know, recognize some players for the success they've had this year, get them together, let them have a little bit of fun. You know, brings you back a little bit maybe to more like pond hockey when you're out there, you know, not really almost keeping score. You're just having some fun playing hockey with your friends, and to me, that's more what the atmosphere is about games like that.